Hey YouTube, how's it going? VenomMan20 here tonight, and tonight we're going to be addressing a thing that I get asked way too often. How to handle venomous snakes. How do you get into keeping venomous snakes? What's the safe practices on handling venomous snakes? This is going to be a pretty long series, and this video series is not for everybody, and this is a video series I didn't even really want to do because in my all honest opinion, I would rather there be less venomous keepers in the United States than more, because in all honesty, in my opinion, not everybody needs a venomous snake. You have to be very dedicated to do this properly. But this is the introduction video. This is not going to be going in depth tonight, but hopefully you will stick with me throughout the entire series because there is a lot to cover. This series is really for anybody. If you are a zookeeper, I think you could benefit. You know, if you are a stay-at-home soccer mom who happens to live close to a den of rattlesnakes, I think you could benefit. If you want to get into the venomous community or into the world of handling venomous snakes professionally, this could be helpful. If you're in law enforcement and you want to learn how to handle venomous snakes in case the call ever arises, I think this could be pretty beneficial. So the first thing I want to start off by saying, it would be extremely beneficial for you to get a mentor. That's hard. It was hard for me to get a mentor, and I feel like I did everything right. So if you're struggling, this is what this video is for. This is what these video series, I'm going to have an entire playlist on my channel of all the videos it's going to take to get you at least halfway comfortable and knowledgeable about safekeeping of venomous snakes. This is something that's not going to be easy to put in some video format. You're probably already bored, but hopefully you'll stick through and we'll get this done together. So let's talk a little bit about the mentor real quick. Like I said, it's very hard to find a mentor. You probably know that. If you've been doing any research, you're finding out very quickly. There are some Facebook groups that might be able to help you with this. I'm not going to list any here because none of them are my groups. I don't have a group on Facebook. But there are a lot of venomous keepers out there. But with that being said, you have to really think through, if you don't know this person, you know, Ricky Joe down the street. No offense to any Ricky Joe out there who might be watching this. Ricky Joe down the street, you hear keeps rattlesnakes. And you're like, really like Ricky Joe to teach me some, handling techniques. But what you don't know about Ricky Joe is he has been bit 47 times. He doesn't know how to use a hook to save his life. He has no business handling venomous snakes. It is very important that you find a mentor that can actually teach you the appropriate ways and actually is quite knowledgeable. Some are better than others. They're not all the same. So I want to start off by giving my credentials just so you feel a little bit more comfortable with me making this video series. I was actually head of plachiothermic animals in a zoo, which if you don't know what plachiothermic means, that is actually the genre of animals that cannot regulate their body temperatures. So of course reptiles was in this. The reason I was able to get this job without a degree is because I have a vast knowledge of handling venomous snakes. Reason being is because I, before that, had worked at a serpentarium with many species of venomous snakes that did not have anti-venom, so we had to be very careful with those. We bred them for zoos and other herpetologists alike. While working at the zoo, I actually helped out, instructed, managed some classes on working with the Department of Natural Resources and the National Forestry Police on how to handle venomous reptiles. I actually worked with the educational program for National Aquarium on how to handle aggressive reptiles. I have trained a few close friends of mine on how to handle venomous reptiles, and I'm working with another zoo right now as we speak, trying to train up a new keeper. So with that being said, I feel like I've been doing this for right at 15 years now. I've never taken a bite. I have had a couple close calls, but those were mistakes that I made, complete mistakes. I should have known better. It was something that if I would have known better, I should have did better, is really what it comes down to. And we will go through those so then you never make those mistakes, because that is really what it all comes down to. To learn anything like riding a bike, you're probably going to crash. In this handling venomous snakes in this hobby, you cannot crash. It's not okay. Your first bite might be your last bite. Now, with that being said, I am going to ask you, why? Why do you want to keep venomous reptiles? If you're going to tell me that it's because it's your zoo job, it's your job at the zoo to handle them, that makes great sense. It's your job. It's your 9 to 5. You have to make that money, right? Okay. Are you just a hobbyist? You know, do you just want to get into this to learn more about reptiles? That brings up a good fact too. If you're getting this far into keeping venomous reptiles that you found this video, how much do you know about venomous reptiles? You know, are you quite knowledgeable? Because knowledge is power. You know, if you know everything under the sun about venomous reptiles, you're probably going to be a better keeper. So there's a lot of useful information out there in books, online, all over the place. But anyway, get back to that. Why do you want to keep them? If you want to keep venomous reptiles to impress women, it's probably going to be the video for you. I can teach you safer ways to do it, but at the same time, go buy a Ferrari. You're like, can't afford a Ferrari. Then maybe you can't afford venomous snakes. And that's the sad truth. You know, I'm not over here saying I'm rich, because I'm not. But if you get bit and don't have the anti-venom, it could cost you your life. If it doesn't cost you your life, it could easily cost you $180,000, $200,000, $250,000. Should have went with a Ferrari. You can get one, maybe $100,000, you know? So with that being said, really think about it. Is this something that you're willing to give your life for? If you do everything right, there's no reason why you'll ever need to come to that conclusion of, you know, oh, I want to risk my life doing this. You should never have to risk your life. You should, a lot of people say, if you're going to keep venomous snakes, it ain't if, it's when. No, it's not. It's if you get bit. If you do everything right every day, there's no reason why you can't die at an old age as a grandpa or a great grandpa never getting bit. There's no reason that you should get bit. Especially you. Hopefully, you know, with a little bit of experience and you learning as much as you can and you using all the right tools and all the right precautions, really no reason. There are people that milk snakes for their venom who have been bit very, very few times. And that's one of the riskiest jobs on earth. You know, I'll be honest, I couldn't do what they do. It would be very tough for me to do what they do. So, anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Next week, next Wednesday, every Wednesday from here on out, we are going to be diving into this a little bit farther. Next week, we're going to be working with tools. We're going to teach you the proper use of tools, all the tools you're going to need to get going on this endeavor, the right tools, the wrong tools. We're going to go all through it. But like I said, if you're a subscriber and you don't give two craps about these videos, I totally understand it. I'm going to have more Mamba videos and more King Cobra videos, Taipan videos, everything else. Stay subscribed. Skip Wednesday's video. I'll let you know if anything's going to change on my normal Monday, Friday videos, but Wednesday video is going to be venomous snake handling from here on out for quite a while. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this. Ask yourself these questions through the week, you know. Why do you really want to get into it? Do you really want to put down the time, the effort? Do you really want to listen through these videos or do the other research needed? It's going to be a lot of work. I think it's very rewarding, but that's up to you. Y'all have a wonderful day.